today we are here with another board game review. Today we will be reviewing Colt Express.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, and as Ishal said, we will be telling you why you should play Colt Express, a fun programming game regarding the cowboy theme of a train heist.
Yeehaw!
Yes, yeehaw indeed. And each bandit comes with their own player board like this. So we have 4 bandits set up here. You can play this game from 2 to 6 players. For the 2 players, there is a variant given in the game, but ideally you should have 4 players. That's the best player count. So for 2 players, actually both the players control 2 characters, and that way it can work good as well. The objective of the game is that we are going to be looting this train, and when we are actually looting this train, there are some diamonds as well as some money bags, which you will not be able to see from that much far away. Money bags in these
I love this.
trains. Now this is a 3D train, and based on number of players, you will be adding or removing the number of boxes here so that the game can be more tight, or can control or give space to more players according to the number of players. So yes, it's a modular, it scales good to the number of players. So how you will be actually looting this train, all the while trying to avoid and grab more loot than the other player, all the while trying to avoid the sheriff, who is the yellow meeple in the first train engine room. Now,
Oh. You forgot a certain currency. If you actually manage to go to the sheriff's room, you get $1,000 in this briefcase. It's so small.
yeah, so the diamonds are worth 500. The money bags have random amounts from 250, 300, 350. So it can vary from there, and you never know what's the amount in it until you pick it up and then see it privately. So even though you might have a money bag with you, other players will not know how much money is inside it. But the diamond has a fixed value of 500, whereas the briefcase is the maximum value, which contains $1,000. Now let's go to the game, that how you're going to play the game. Now this is a programming game. In a programming game, what you're going to do is no action is going to happen. You are going to actually play your cards to make a sequence of actions, and the sequence of actions will happen once everyone has played their hand of cards. So for example, to start the turn, let's say all the players start from the last 2 cabins, and then you will pick up from your deck of cards, you will shuffle your deck of cards. Everyone has a typical set of cards, even though the players have some unique powers, but we will get into that later. Right now, the deck of cards is identical for everyone, which has certain actions. So let me first show you the different actions that are available. So for example, you can steal money, you have a steal card, you have a card to go up and down. So if you're down, you will go up, and if you're up on the train, then playing this card means that you get to go down. You have a card which shows left and right. So even though you're playing it, at the time when the action happens, then you can decide you want to go forward or backward. Then you have some bullet cards as well,
Yeah.
which will not be in your hand. These bullet cards are your bullets. Every player has 6 bullets in their hand. So at any time, actually, they can shoot someone. You have a shooting card. So if you shoot someone, then these bullet cards will come. That I will show you later. And you have a punch. So what the punch do is, punch, you can only punch someone who is within the same cabin as you. So for example, the green player, if he punches the blue player, which was sideways, so if he punches the blue player will get punched, he will drop a money bag and then fall to the next cabin. So that's something that the punch does. So we discussed punch. Then one action, last card is the sheriff. Yeah, what does the sheriff do?
When you play the sheriff card, it actually calls the sheriff to your desired location. However, there is one rule that the sheriff cannot go above the train. Which is why when anyone calls the sheriff, I go above. I fly.
Yeah, sheriff will stay down at the floor level because his job is to protect the people in the train, not take care of the people above the train. But anyone who actually is inside can get shot by the sheriff immediately. So now how you will play the game? Let's say it was first of all my turn. I will pick up from my deck, I will shuffle the cards, pick up 6 cards, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll look at them, and then according to my current location, let's say it was this configuration right now in the game, I will, based on I'm playing the red player, I will see where I am and then plan based on my available cards, what am I going to do? So for example, I can see that right now I'm alone in this cabin and there is a diamond available here. And I do have a steel card. I will be playing this card face up. So now all the players know I'm going to steal something from this cabin. But what am I going to steal? I will not reveal right now. Once this is done, same thing for the next player, that he's going to select something out of his hand of 5 cards. He's going to play, let's say he selects going left and right, plays it on top of the other one. Then the next player will select something out of the 5 cards based on his location and put something down here. And then the last player selects something out of his available cards, and let's say he selects to shoot someone and puts it down. Now you don't have to reveal who you're going to shoot. This is called the scheming phase or planning phase. You're planning that this is what I'm going to do. Now the action phase is going to happen. Once everyone has a card available here, then you're going to take all those cards, put them back, and in the same sequence you're going to reveal, and the player now gets to take that action. So for example, the red player chooses to steal something. So I'll take now the action of this, and I stole a diamond, which was predictable. If there are multiple things here, I will try to pick up the most. And this now goes into my discard pile. I cannot use this card for the now again. The blue player chose to go left and right. So maybe now I can decide I want to go here or here. So the blue player, let's say, decides he wants to go towards the briefcase. So this will go in the discard pile of the blue player. The next player chose, Ishal, green player chose left and right. So I think she's also trying to go towards the briefcase, and it will go in her discard pile. And the last player, Ghost, selected to shoot someone. And right now, since Ghost knew, the white player knew that the red player is going to steal, so he's not going to move anywhere. So that's why he planned accordingly that I'm going to shoot someone. So the Ghost will shoot. You can always shoot one bullet ahead. So he will shoot the red player.
Never.
And as soon as you shoot someone, you will give one of your bullet cards to the other player's deck. Now what that actually does is that the next time they pick up 5 cards, you will have a bullet card in your hand. So that actually shows, that's a very thematic sense, that actually you have a dead card in your hand. That's your actions are now limited to only 4 actions. So you will be limited to only 4 actions because the 5th one slowed you down, the bullet slowed you down in the game. Okay? So that's how the game is actually going to work, and this bullet will remain with you. It will never go back. You cannot heal these bullets. They will remain with you. So as many players keep hitting you and shooting bullets to you, the more and more your deck actually becomes bogged down by these useless cards. So it's kind of a deck building mechanic, but you are not building your deck. Everyone else is building your deck with dead cards, dead bullet cards, which are just bullet holes in you.
Yeah.
So it's in that sense, it's very thematic. But the fun comes because no player knows what they were actually planning to do. So, for example, the green player played a punch card. Now, neither this player knows nor this player knows that who that punch is for. Okay, she might have played a punch card. Now, both are at risk that we don't know who the punch is going to happen because you are scheming. I'm going to punch. Everyone knows that. So, you have partial information, but you don't know the intention of the other person. So he might be thinking, okay, if I get punched, he might throw me towards this side. But if I go down and someone has already played a card, let's say the other player, white player, had already played a sheriff card. So if I go down and the sheriff was in this cabin, the sheriff is going to shoot me. So I should not play up and down card. So let's say he decided that. But in the end, during the playing phase, it turns out the green player actually points the red player towards this side. And you messed up everything for the other players. So that's where the fun comes in this game, that you plan for something.
How dare you! I wanted to do this!
So you plan for something, but you have only half the information. You only know what he plans, but not exactly what he's going to do until the action phase happens, which can mess up plans. And many players even change that action based on what's available now. I was planning to shoot the red person, but he ran away. So now who do I shoot? So you can change those things as well. Now, the rounds vary a lot as well, even though that's a turn structure, but for the turns within a round, you're going to be using these train cards, which are going to tell you what's going to happen in each round, which can add a little bit of variety as well. So for example, in this card, the first two turns are normal, everyone is going to reveal, but the third turn says that you will be entering a tunnel. Now that's very thematic as well. In a tunnel, everything is dark, so you don't even see what someone's scheming. So in this third round, what players will be doing is placing all their cards face down. So you have no idea. That adds a whole bit of randomness in the game, that you have no idea that did someone move left or right.
Just by a symbol, everything can turn into chaos.
Yeah. So, and the round afterwards, it might be a normal round. So for example, after the darkness, there are two rounds which are normal. But you never know what happened during the darkness. So you cannot fully, properly plan your other rounds as well. And due to this one round of face down card placement, you actually messed up your whole plan, because you actually found out someone punched you into a different cabin, and whatever you planned didn't even work out and your whole turn went to waste. Or someone called the sheriff on you and you were unable to do, and you ended up getting shot or running to the roof, and now you have nothing to even steal and you wasted your cards. Each player comes with its own special ability.
Oh
That's
my God, there's so
one
much stuff.
asymmetrical function that's available. It's not very complex and it's given directly on your player board so that you can easily understand. On the player board, so for example, Django, his bullet actually has a knockback effect. So if you shoot someone with Django, the other player who gets shot can actually get thrown to the other cabin. So you shoot him and he goes through. Yeah. Tuco, all other players shoot straight, but Tuco can shoot up and down as well. His bullets can pass through the roof. So if he sees someone is on the roof, he can actually shoot him. Yeah. So Tuco is that. Ghost, his name white player, has the ability that the first card he plays, irrespective of whether you're fighting in daylight and everyone is placing their cards face up, Ghost plays his first card face down. Now that makes him a very mysterious character, because whatever he did in the first round, nobody knows.
And my other character, I'm not gonna say her name.
Xian.
Thank you. Chien, as soon as he punches someone and, well, she gets a money bag, she can instantly pick it up. She doesn't need to play the steal card.
Yeah. So she can pickpocket while she punches as well. The Doc, he can pick up 7 cards. Belle, she has an ability that if she's in the room with some other player and someone shoots a bullet, then the bullet never hits her. It always hits the other player, irrespective of what the other player wanted. So these again add much more variety to the game, that which players you want to play with.
I forgot half the rules explaining this.
So then even these cabins, you can attach them randomly. These cabins show inside a symbol. There is a symbology that actually you are going to place there. Sometimes a cabin will have 2 bags and a diamond, sometimes only money bags, sometimes diamond, and how you connect them changes the dynamic of the game. Everyone will be thinking about other player. Is he going to go towards the diamond, or is he going to go towards the briefcase? What can I do to stop him? You are always trying to, 50% of this game happens in your mind. You're trying to play out, he did this, he played this card. So I think he's going to go left, then up, then steal something, then shoot someone. Okay, how do I counter that? And the player ended up doing something else. So you have to get in someone else's mind while playing this game.
Like, actually, you need a special type of gun where you can just transport in someone's mind and read whatever they're doing, so you can do anything you want.
Okay, so Ishal, what do you think about this game?
I love it because I made a mess.
Okay, so
But I just love the detail, the artwork, the 3D-ness, because most maps aren't even 3D, and that makes me angry. And I just like how there's just props which don't even include in the game. They're just random props.
yeah,
Why is the cactus knocked over?
so yeah, component wise, the game is beautiful. The 3D is unnecessary, let's be honest.
No.
But it adds a lot of.
Necessary!
You could have played this on a 2D. On a 2D, you could have shown this is the bottom, this is the top roof, and you could have played there, and it would have been easier to play there. But having 3D trains is what makes this game feel like a train robbery to you. We are going inside the train and we are stealing things. The only problem with that, if you have chubby fingers like me, then getting your meeples out or money out, you will be dropping things and accidentally seeing what was in the money bag. If you have a crowded space, getting to your character, you're going to make a mess on just grabbing these things. That's the only single complaint that I have with this game.
I just wish the cabins were a bit bigger because.
Yeah, so if you don't have thin fingers, it's going to be a bit of problem, but we manage because we love this game so much. We still love to play it. So that's overall. I've not gone through each and every small minor rules, but that's overall the sense of the game. These are called the programming games. You are programming first, putting your cards down, but not taking any physical action.
It's like you're programming your own game.
Yeah. So first you program your moves, and then once all the cards for the complete round are on the table, then you pick up the whole deck of cards and start playing them like a movie. And sometimes I like to play the old Western music while the action plays out. It adds a lot of thematic sense. Something like that. So then you get to play out your actions. I jumped here, I shot you, and then I go up the stairs, and then I go down, and then the other player goes left, and I go down, and I steal the briefcase.
Wait, that's my character. I steal the briefcase. Give me.
So it's one of the most fun games I've played, let's be honest. Just getting the hang of, okay, we are playing the card, but we are not moving our characters. That takes 5 minutes to understand that what we are doing. But once you understand that concept, you are going to love programming games because it's not something you see in games every day. Colt Express, 10 out of 10.
Actually, 8 out of 10. Because I'm not very good at, like, I do not like it when my plans fail. I plan them fair and square and you ruin them up.
But that's part of the fun. That's the main reason. The chaos when your plan fails and you are, I didn't do this. I wanted to do something else. That's what gives this game 10 out of 10. Go buy it.
Go take a briefcase. If I give you a briefcase full of $1,000, will you not say go buy it?
I'll give you the 1,000 so that you go and buy it this game.
Okay, fine. Happy gaming!